swear I look like the Bride of Frankenstein right here. I've been ignoring my roots. I need to get them worked on because your girl has pretty much white hair without it. I need to work on revisions and dye my roots. Ooh, my eyes are looking a little sad today. Anyway, I'm always distracted by myself in the viewfinder. Hey guys, it is Memorial Day and I just got home from swimming. And yeah, I haven't filmed yet. I'm like kind of cutting off my head. I'm trying to get like a good angle here, but yeah, no. Ugh. So I haven't filmed in a few days because I haven't worked on my revisions in a few days. I've just had other things going on. What is going on here with my hair? Okay, anyway, but I'm getting back to revisions tonight because there is a live write-in on my channel. So I'm gonna go back to working on the note cards for during that, because I don't really want to work on writing anything right now. That's kind of where I'm at with the story. So that's, I just kind of want to keep on that trajectory. So I'm gonna be doing that for a few hours tonight and then hoping to make some headway more this week on the revision process, getting those cards done so I can do the reshuffling. But I think where I last left off in the vlogs, I was totally freaking out about reshuffling and re-strategizing or re-plotting, or you know what I'm restructuring. Aaron and I had a good talk the other night and I talked out some of my issues and concerns, and he and I came up with a really good plan, idea, situation on how I can re-situate, regroup, get all the things, and I think it's gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't think it's gonna be as much of a fix as I thought. Like, I think I'm just gonna have to tweak some things, but I should be good to go. I guess we'll see later in the week how I'm still feeling and if I still feel that way. But right now, I do not feel overwhelmed. I actually feel very excited about the changes I'm gonna make and how I'm gonna fix it. And I think it's really gonna help the story. So, I don't know, we'll see. There's the vlog. There it is. There's what I've been working on. Hi, Kate. Hey guys. I think the last clip you saw was me working on my note cards during the live write-in on Kevin's channel. That was Monday. Today is, right? Oh, that was on my channel. That was on my channel on Monday, and then now today is Wednesday. I did not work on my revision at all yesterday. I was mostly reading most of the day, but I'm missing working on my book. So it's just been so hot, guys. It's just been so hard to like concentrate or get anything done. But I just keep thinking about my book and all these things I want to change. So I gotta get these freaking note cards done. So I'm hoping that I can get them done tonight. That's the plan. So it is, I don't know, oh, it's 9 p.m. So maybe that won't happen tonight, but that's what I'm hoping for, and a girl can hope, right? So let's see if I can get these done. Okay, well, I just finished Act 2. I have exactly 59 cards. So these are like scenes. Some of these scenes are taking place in the same chapter, but they feel like separate scenes. So I'm giving them their own card. I thought I was gonna maybe try to get through the rest of the book tonight, but my hand's already starting to cramp up and it's late. I might try to get a little bit of Act 3 done, but I just don't see that getting done completely tonight. But I am, I'm going back into panic mode. So many different feelings working on this project. I'm just realizing how much stuff happened. Okay, let me back up. So I realized what I need to be my midpoint according to Save the Cat. That event happens way late in my current draft, like it happens in Act 3. So I am gonna have to move it to Act 2, which means way more events are gonna have to happen before that, which means I'm gonna have to add a lot more after it, because there's still a lot that comes after the midpoint in the Save the Cat, and I don't have as much after this event. So I'm not sure if some of the events before are gonna need to eventually come after, or if I'm gonna come up with new scenes and maybe cut some, I don't know. I don't know. See, I've never done a full revision before, guys, not like this. Like I said, I've written one book before, and I basically just let beta readers read the first draft. I mean, that had some line edits through parts of it, but the rest was just completely, I hadn't even thought about it like this at all. And so this is like my first time just seeing how much work goes into a full revision. It's a lot. It's a lot of work to do for something that may never go anywhere, so that's a little frustrating, but I do know I'm learning. I don't know that this is the book that's gonna get me an agent. I don't know that this is gonna like be debut territory, but I don't want to give up on it. I actually really like the project. I like the characters, and I kind of want to see it through like for myself, you know? So I guess I'm just gonna keep working, and making these note cards is taking way longer than I expected, so, but it's a necessary evil because I got stuff to figure out, so I better get back to it. Also, I forgot to add that I didn't mention that seeing that these things need to be moved and that what needs to be the midpoint needs to come early, it made me realize my pacing was way off. So I think that using Kat's 9 block thing was maybe better for someone who's much more aware of the Save the Cat, because it just, I don't know, maybe I just didn't understand. I don't know, the pacing's way off for me, way off. So yeah, I see that now, so I'm gonna work on that for sure. All right, back to Act 3. All right, guys, I actually only got like 5 of the cards done before I realized I'm freaking tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get it done tomorrow. It's been a long, hot day, so yeah, let's pick it back up later on. The air conditioning thing is right behind the camera. I hope it's not too loud. I'll talk loudly in case it is. Ooh, I need to re-dye my roots. Anyway, guys, it is Friday. I did not record anything yesterday because, as I'm sure you can guess, I didn't do any revisions yesterday. I really just keep letting other things get in the way, but I've been thinking about my book constantly, and I just really need to get back to it. So Aaron's gonna be home soon, so I don't know how much we'll get done tonight, but I'm gonna try to get Act 3 down on my note cards. I have a couple YouTube videos I haven't seen yet. My friends Kate and Jessica did a thing on script writing that I want to watch, and then Kate just uploaded a new vlog today too, which I want to watch. So I'm going to watch those and work on my note cards and hopefully get that done tonight. I will say that going through these note cards has been so good for me. It's given me some time to let my story marinate. I have come up with so many new ideas. So many things I want to fix with the book, but I think it's gonna be so much better for it. Like, I'm changing the ending, guys, and I always come up with the ending. That's the first thing I think of. Like, okay, how would this book end? What is the last scene? And now I think I'm gonna change the last scene, but I think it's gonna be better this way. So yeah, I need to hurry up and get to it. I swear I look like the Bride of Frankenstein right here. I've been ignoring my roots. I need to get them worked on because your girl has pretty much white hair without it. All right, guys, enough. See, I'm getting off track again. I need to work on revisions and my roots. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to do it. Hey guys, it is late Saturday night. I can't remember when I last filmed. I think it might have been yesterday. I think I was showing me doing note cards until Aaron got home. I really wanted to, I'm just like so overdoing these note cards. They take so long, you guys. Like, this better be worth it. So I am determined to get them done before I go to bed. I I ended last night on card 70, so I'm in like the middle of Act 3, so I think I can get them done tonight if I just put in the time. So Aaron is watching his show that I don't really care for, so I thought that would be a good opportunity to finish up my cards. Also last night I started reading my next craft book for my craft reviews, and it is John Truby's Anatomy of Story, and it is very interesting. He is very opinionated, and it is very academic in tone. So I maybe shouldn't have started reading a bunch of craft books in the middle of revising a book, because I feel like I'm getting all of this different, ooh, my eyes are looking a little sad today. Anyway, I'm always distracted by myself in the viewfinder. Anyway, I'm getting like conflicting advice, which is making me think of all these ideas on things I can change and revision, and I just want to get the revision done. I would like to, I don't think, I love my book, don't get me wrong. I love this story. I think people are really going to like it. Am I convinced that this is the book that's going to get me an agent, that's going to be my debut? I don't know that I'm convinced of that. Not yet anyway. But as part of my journey as an author, I need to take at least one book through the full cycle, through drafting, revising, betas, revision, the whole thing, to where I feel like I have a completed book, that's all I can do with it. I've never done that before, and I just really need it to grow and learn as an author. So I just want to get it done. So I need to stop talking and let's get these freaking note cards done already. I did it, guys. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but I can finally stop making you watch me write on note cards because I'm done. I color coded them by act. So Act 1, although this is going to change, Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. It actually didn't take me that long to finish because I forgot that I really rushed the ending. But that's okay, because my organization of this is... as I said, I was reading craft books while working on these note cards. I read Save the Cat, Writes a Novel. If you've not seen my review of that, I will link that above. And now I am currently reading John Truby, The Anatomy of Story. And so these things are, and also I've just been, okay, I'm just always inspired by things that I watch and read, and I love to learn, so I'm always watching like documentaries and reading like academic texts or articles. And my character, so let me back up. Okay, let me back up again. Let me try this again. I was in graduate school. I do have my master's degree, and I almost finished my PhD. I did finish all the coursework toward my PhD, and I was studying for my qualifying exams and the dissertation when I decided to leave. That's a whole long story, maybe a different video, but basically what it boils down to is I realized that I did not want to spend the rest of my life writing academically. I wanted to write creatively, and while I know some people are okay being able to balance those two, that just was not the case for me, and I had to make a choice. And it was not the only reason I left the program, but it was a big part of it. I was also struggling with some mental health issues at the time, and I just didn't, the nature of academia just was not working for me. But anyway, my specialization in graduate school was trauma studies. So I did my research on texts that used trauma, or discussed trauma, or had a trauma happen in them, or right after the trauma. So I studied trauma studies, and I did that in literature, film, and some other avenues of music and things like that, but mostly books. So it made sense to me when I was gonna write my first book that I would include trauma, because it's something I know a lot about. So anyway, even though I'm not in graduate school anymore, I still enjoy the field. I'm fascinated by psychology and the way the mind works. And now there's all this new research on how trauma is inherited, which is something that I have been arguing for years, but didn't have the scientific data to back it up. And of course it comes out when I'm no longer in school, but I digress, okay? So I'm constantly watching and reading things, to update me in the field. And so I just watched a documentary recently on Columbine, and it was discussing some aspects of trauma, and it just popped in my head a new ending to my book, which is so weird because when I come up with a concept, I come up with basically 3 things. I always come up with like a premise, a main character, and then the last scene of the book. That's just kind of how books come to me. And so I've had that last scene of the book forever, but I just feel like it has evolved. I have a lot of changes I want to make just from that first version, and if I'm really thinking about the evolution of my character and the ways in which she is dealing with her past trauma, I just don't think the ending I have makes the most sense. I think my new ending is going to be better, and it's gonna like wrap things up and just kind of be the perfect end to her arc. So yeah, so I have a new ending to my book I have to write. So that's one thing I'm a little stressed about, is I feel like when I reorganize my cards, I'm gonna realize that there's new scenes I'm gonna have to write, but that's okay because I think it's going to be better. I like the new scenes that I've thought of. Now, as far as the cards, Jessica Brody says for a 75,000 word book, you should have 90. I have a 70,000 word book and I have 82. So I think I'm right, surprisingly, on the money. Now, what I don't have right on the money is the distribution of when certain things happen according to her book. I have things happening in Act 3 that needed to happen in Act 2, and then I need more of my Act 3. So I have to do some reorganization. So the next step in organization is I'm gonna take her model, which I showed previously in the, I don't have the book on me. Oh, I do it in a drawer. But anyway, I showed you guys before how she sort of lays it out. So I'm going to lay out my cards according to her thing, see where I can put things, move things around, look for what I'm missing and fill them in, etc., etc. And I have, so we have 2 big IKEA desks. We have mine and then my husband's behind me. Well, my husband hasn't really been on his computer much lately, and he said that he would clear off his stuff and his computer and all that so that I can use the full desk to plan out my note cards. So I need him to do that probably in the morning, and then that's going to be my next step, is going to be organizing this, figuring out, filling things in, moving things around, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the next step. So it's basically replotting my book, not from scratch, but replotting and restructuring. So that is the next step. So yeah, I think that this ends phase 1 of revision, and that was reading some books, which I'm still doing and I'm still going to continue doing, and looking at all the scenes I have, because to be honest, I wrote it during Camp Nano, and while I had like a really vague outline, I'm a plantser, so I had some really big points but none of the middle points. So a lot of these things were new. I couldn't even remember. I didn't even remember that I wrote some of these scenes. So this was a very necessary part of the revision process, was that I had to look at, okay, what scenes do I actually have? This is my book, you guys. This is my book right here. Every scene that I wrote is right here on a card, and I need these to figure out how to move things around, what's gonna happen, what's gonna go, what's gonna stay. So that's the next step. So tomorrow, Sunday, June 2nd, I start phase 2. I'm hoping, I guess my plan is I would like to be done with revisions by the end of June. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I would like to be done with revision by the end of June so I can send those off to betas and give them some time, because I know a lot of betas are probably going to want to be working in Camp Nano, but that way I can start something new for Camp Nano. I have 2 possible stories that I want to write, and I'm really trying to decide, and John Truby is very particular on how you decide what to write, so I might use some of his advice as I keep writing, as I keep reading through this. But I either have a second contemporary that I want to work on, or a science fiction. All right, but I'm gonna end this vlog finally. This was my phase 1. Thank you for coming along with me, and if you liked phase 1 and you want to cheer me along to phase 2, please be sure to give this a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, ding, because I'm so much fun. Actually, do whatever you want. It's your life. You only got one of them, okay? And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.